podcast tip of the week is to decide whether you want to do a remote podcast through Zoom or Riverside.
Thanks for tuning in to the No Clearance Podcast. Now subscribe, hit that like button, and enjoy the clip.
No clearance.
We're going to go to podcast tip of the week, man. Today we are discussing remote recording platforms. And we're going to hand this off to our producer, Jay.
Okay.
Kick it off.
So this week's podcast tip of the week is to decide whether you want to do a remote podcast through Zoom or Riverside. Now, the free option Zoom. So if you don't want to spend no money, I'd recommend doing Zoom. The only downside about Zoom is the quality ain't that great. You get what you get, which is free. But it's a good way to start. That's where we started. But if you want to go up to another level, I'd recommend Riverside. Now, the downside about Riverside is you got to pay for it. It has a free version, but it has its limitations. So you got to pay a little bit. But the good thing about that is you get great quality video. You get great quality audio. You can record. Everyone records on their own separate track. So, for instance, if something happens and one of us loses and comes back, it still records on your own computer. So you never have to worry about like losing someone's audio or losing this and that. You're always going to have it, just not at the top tier quality because it has backups, which is great. Zoom doesn't have any backups, and the audio quality is already suffering. So their backups, when you can get a backup, it's not of quality. So I'd recommend starting out on Zoom, moving up to Riverside. That's my tip of the week. Riverside is dope. We use it now, and I feel like everything visually and audio wise has improved tremendously. So
Yeah, Jay. When we used Zoom initially, for two people, at least at the time when we was using it, when we recorded with two people, it was free. The part that was rough about it was after you record it, then it would download your audio. So then you had to sit and let the computer download your audio and video. It probably took a good maybe 5 to 10, maybe 15 minutes sometimes for all of that to download. And then it downloaded directly onto your computer. So then Jay would do all the editing. So then I got to zip and email him my audio and video file so that he could do all of the work. Now with Riverside, the Riverside is a web platform, a cloud-based platform, right? So for one, the audio and video is uploading while we record the podcast. So pretty much as soon as we're finished recording, you can you may have to wait a while, but like as soon as you're finished recording the video, like everything's getting put together like almost right away by the software straight up. Okay. And then you can edit your videos right here on Riverside. I've been able to help out a lot more with I've been able to help Jay out a lot more with editing because they have an easy editing tool right here on the platform. I don't have to download the files, go to another editing tool to edit. On top of that, they provide you with the transcripts of the video and audio.
they give you everything. They honestly give you everything.
We can add the captions to the video. It's absolutely ridiculous how much Riverside does. Riverside literally has made podcasting so much easier. And now, in regards to if you want an easy way to build a podcast, I do feel like it's worth putting down the money. Now, if you can't afford the yearly plan, you need to think about your life just a little bit.
Yeah, it's not that bad. You split it amongst
Not
three
terrible.
people, it's not that much money.
It's not bad. So just think about that. But in regards to Zoom, I don't think Zoom was built for podcasting. It was more built for teleconference meetings. But Riverside,
Riverside
when it comes to remote hosting of a podcast. I mean, I don't know how you can get any better. It's just it is what it is, bro. I don't know what to tell you. You know. So yeah, shout out to Riverside. We just wanted to talk about that. That's just been our experience. Now, if there's other podcast platforms that you guys will think is better, you want to recommend to us, please put it in the comments. And if you think we are bullshitting, put that in the comments. Whatever you want to do, but just let us know what you think about that. And yeah, that is our episode. No